As you are.
Thank you everyone for attending today's honorary commander ceremony. Please find your seats and turn off or silence your cell phones. We will begin in just a few moments. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and members of the Nevada National Guard, welcome to today's honorary commander induction ceremony in honor of Mr. Bill Foley as an honorary commander of the Nevada Army National Guard. Today, we bring together individuals from both military and civilian communities to recognize an exceptional individual in our community who has demonstrated unwavering support for our military, veterans, and their families. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem and remain standing for the invocation.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, First Class Russell. Chaplain Brown will now lead us in the invocation.
I invite you to join me in prayer. If praying isn't your thing, I just ask that you observe a moment of silence. Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we are just grateful that we get to gather today. Grateful that we get to reach into our community and truly do what you have called us to do. We are so blessed and honored that Mr. Foley and the team and the staff and everybody is here so that we can march forward operating as one in this glorious state and this glorious community. Lord, we just ask that you be with all the speakers, and we thank you that all of us have made a safe ways here, and that you would give us guidance and direction as we press forward. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Chaplain Brown. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. We are honored to have in attendance Mr. Bill Foley with the members of his family and staff, the Adjutant General of the Nevada National Guard, Major General Andre Berry, the Army Land Component Commander, Brigadier General Troy Armstrong, Director of the Joint Staff, Brigadier General D. Roger Waters, Brigadier General Troy Havener of the Nevada Air National Guard, Command Sergeant Major of the Army National Guard, Command Sergeant Major John Raines, State Command Sergeant Major Dennis Basilio, State Chief Command Warrant Officer Stephen Nielsen, State Senior Enlisted Leader Cameron Peters, Mayor of Henderson Michelle Romero, Henderson Councilwoman Carrie Cox, representatives from the offices of Senator Cortez Masto, Congresswoman Titus, and Congressman Horsford, our service members and our community partners and veterans who have joined us to celebrate this significant occasion. We also are privileged to have with us today Joint Force Headquarters Honorary Commander, Mr. Dan Morgan, the Executive Officer of the Builders Association of Northern Nevada and President of the Nevada Military Support Alliance. We extend salutations from Mr. Jim Murin, former CEO of MGM Properties and the Nevada Army National Guard's first honorary commander, who could not be with us today. Both individuals have exemplified exceptional service and dedication to the Nevada National Guard. The Nevada National Guard has a responsibility to establish and maintain personal contact with local civic leaders in order to increase public awareness of the missions, policies, and programs of the Nevada National Guard, the National Guard Bureau, and the Department of Defense. The goal of the Honorary Commander Program is to partner with members of the local community while introducing and educating them to the missions of the armed services. The Honorary Commanders Program can be used to meet these objectives, and the intent is to create one-on-one opportunities to inform and educate local community leaders about the missions of the Nevada National Guard. We'd now like to invite Brigadier General Armstrong to introduce Mr. Foley.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. And in a second, I'm going to read a little bit out of the bio, but I'd also say that, not just the bio, but the organization, about the Foley organizations. But I'd also encourage you to take a look at the handout. I just kind of shared it's difficult in just a few minutes to speak to all the accomplishments that come from Mr. Foley and his family. And with that being the case, just one quick correction. Not only is this program intended to help educate the community, but we look for individuals of a certain level that can bring leadership experience to the Nevada National Guard as well. And Mr. Foley, in addition to the incredible success you've had in the business world, you also have the honor of serving as less than 1% of the population that's risen his right hand to serve this nation in its armed forces. So as a West Point graduate and an officer of the military, the Air Force, we're so honored and thankful that you accepted this role, and thank you for being here. I also want to dispel a little rumor if anybody's concerned. We did not actually ask Mr. Foley to join us as an honorary commander because the Golden Knights won the Stanley Cup. I know it might look a little suspicious, the timing, but the reality is that the Golden Knights Foundation, the Foley Foundation, the Folded Flag Foundation has been providing support in our community to our service members, our veterans, and our military families for years and really decades. And specifically in Las Vegas, since the Knights came here, we've really felt the impact of that. Not just the energy that came with the Golden Knights, but just all the support that you've provided to our community. For those that don't know, they were actually out just a few months ago this past year. Kerry Bulbolts, their chief operating officer, came out and provided recognition to our CAF soldiers, brought some of the team out there to say thank you for their service. We go back before that. We went out a couple years ago and met with George McPhee and some of the staff and Rob, Mr. Foley's son, to say thank you for the support provided to our service members through family programs for things like being able to attend games and other events. And so they've been doing that for a while now. And then if everybody remembers the tragedy that happened on October 1, when Las Vegas experienced the mass shooting and 58 souls lost their lives, the Golden Knights on more than one occasion stood up and recognized and honored those victims. And I had the chance to see those ceremonies and was touched incredibly by the commitment they made to stand by this community in good times and in bad, and you've absolutely done that. For those that didn't know, First Sergeant Charles Hartfield was a police officer serving with Metro that night. He was also a first sergeant in the Nevada Army National Guard, serving the 100th Quartermaster. He not only did he save lives that night, but he gave his life in that service. And so what you did, Mr. Foley, and your team did in honoring those individuals spoke volumes to the character of your organization, and we are so proud and honored to have you with us. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, we are absolutely honored to appoint Mr. Bill Foley to the position of Honorary Commander of the Nevada Army National Guard. recognizing his substantial contributions and unwavering commitment to our veterans, military personnel, and their families. Over the years, Mr. Foley's numerous accomplishments have not only supported our military, veterans, and their families, but created jobs and supported citizens and communities across the state of Nevada and the nation. Mr. Foley serves as the chairman of the Foley Entertainment Group, which includes business endeavors such as Fidelity National Financial, which he helped found in 1984, and serves today as chairman of the American Hockey League's Henderson Silver Knights, the Indoor Football League Vegas Nighthawks, and multiple soccer franchises. It also includes the Dollar Loan Center, the Hotel Les Mars, Hotel California, Black Walnut Inn, and I could list and list and list, and it would never stop, so we stop shortly here. The Vineyard and Whitefish Mountain Resort. Additionally, and perhaps the most important to so many in our Las Vegas community, Mr. Foley founded the 2023 Stanley Cup champions NHL team, the Vegas Golden Knights. Hooah! Mr. Foley and his wife Carol, who's with us today, and Rob as well, thank you, are active in many charitable endeavors. Really, the entire family is, especially those in support of our military veterans and children's education. Among the organizations Mr. Foley and his family have founded and led are the Foley Family Charitable Foundation, Vegas Golden Knights Foundation, and the Folded Flag Foundation, which provides educational scholarships and support grants to spouses and children of the U.S. military and government personnel who died as a result of hostile actions or in the accidents related to U.S. military operations. This organization alone has provided millions of dollars to support the children of family and families of fallen American heroes. And if you really want to get emotional, read some of the stories about these families who felt unconnected once their loved one was lost, who had the life of military service to help guide and lead them. It was the Folded Flag Foundation that reached out, didn't wait for an application, but reached out, sought out these individuals, and helps them get reconnected. Mr. Foley doesn't come to this honorary position without bona fide military credentials. He is a graduate of the United States Military Academy at West Point and has a degree in engineering and went on to serve, a degree from engineering. I think you have multiple degrees, including your Juris Doctorate, but went on to serve in the U.S. Air Force, attaining the rank of captain. He's married to Carol, who's with us today, and is the proud father of Lindsay, Robert, who's with us, Patrick, and Courtney.
Ladies and gentlemen, Major General honorary.
We should be just cheering right now. Wait now. I had some prepared remarks. I gotta say this first. And if y'all don't get this part right, there's gonna be major push-ups. Go Knights, go! Go Knights, go! Go Knights, go! All right, man. I just wanted to do that. All right. I just wanted to be the announcer for one game. But first of all, thank you everybody for being here today. And before I get started, I just think it's appropriate. I wanted to, we talk a lot about you being a West Point graduate and being a member of the military, but I think it's only appropriate that we bring down the one other West Point graduate we have in the Nevada Army National Guard to present Mr. Foley with this coin. Cool. So I'm going to ask Colonel Remus to come down at this time. Let's give him a big hand. And you got to say something. West Point.
Like we always say, it's always hard to follow General Barry. It's really great. West Point graduates through the years just have a connection. We see the world the same way, share a lot of the same values. So it's a big honor for me to recognize Mr. Foley for all the work you've done for the not just this state, the military in general.
And then Dan Morgan, I think, also wants to coin Mr. Foley. And Dan Morgan is our honorary commander for our Joint Force headquarters and has been a phenomenal supporter of ours. So, real quick. Thank you. And can I just have you wave your hand, everybody from that's affiliated with Mr. Foley and Carol and the family, can you just wave your hand and just thank you for coming out and supporting. Can we give all the rest of Las Vegas a big hand for coming out and supporting? That says so much about you, sir. So much about your family, all that you have done. And Sergeant Major Raines, just start taking notes right now. Okay, because he's all the way here. He represents the Army National Guard all over the nation. And I believe we have a best practice here. And I get a chance to say this as the Adjutant General. We don't have we're not a large state, and but I will put the members of the Nevada National Guard up against anybody in this nation. We got a lot of great warfighters around the world, but you have a best practice right here in Las Vegas. And I can tell you this right now, that we get it done, and we get it done right on a regular basis. So thank you for joining a phenomenal organization. Thank you for that. So, I believe this term was invented at the Army War College. It was called VUCA. Volatile, uncertain, complex, ambiguous world that we live in right now. And a lot of challenges that we have in the world today. But one of the things about this United States of America, this great nation, this idea, this long-running democracy, and this profession of arms is what keeps us and protects us on a regular basis. And when you think about the National Guard, when you think about the citizen soldier, when you think about what they represent, because so many people don't know that 3/4 of our force could be doing any kind of job out there, and they call them NDAVs and they call them DS, drill status guardsmen, but they're doing phenomenal work each and every day. And what makes the Guard unique is we're a community-based organization. And we have these 3 roles. One is the warfight. Many times when people look at what happened during COVID, or they'll look at what happened around the nation, what they don't know is during all that 2.5 year period, we had almost 10 deployments. And they were all out there protecting the interests of this great country. So that is our number one reason why we exist. But also, when you think about COVID, you think about civil unrest, you think about wildfires, you think about rescues, your National Guard does that on a regular basis, and they do it phenomenal. And they do it also in Chinooks. Okay, I just had to get that in. I don't know why I did. But we also have what's called state partnerships. And we have 3 state partnerships as the Nevada National Guard. We have Tonga, Samoa, and Fiji, and we're in the South Pacific. And if you know anything about the Blue Pacific, right now that is a very critical part of the world in terms of what we're asked to do, in terms of how we protect this great nation and this great world. So when you think about those who wear this, the less than 1%, the cloth of the United States military, and historically, when you think every day our citizen soldiers, our airmen and soldiers, our National Guard members, our soldiers, airmen, and civilians, we're writing in the chapters of the pages of history of life. One of the reasons, as you look at what's going on with the challenges that you see out there, there's a major reason why they get deterred, why they are nervous, why, if they could, they would attack us. And if you ever wonder why people don't take on the United States, just get up and look around the room right here. And I just tell everybody this on a regular basis, that because of those who wear this uniform, because of those who sacrifice, because of those who have selfless service, because of those who will leave family members, who will miss birthdays and holidays and births, to go to foreign parts of the nation, sleep in unknown conditions, be exposed to all kind of just challenging situations. They do it because they have the love of the brother and the sister that's next to them. They do it. There's something about a person that will take an oath and who will swear to defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Why would they do that? Because of this idea, this concept that each of us all took an oath to protect. And they do it on a regular basis. And they will be relentless and resilient about it to make it happen, because we care about this great nation. So I can just tell you, on behalf of almost 5,000 members of the Nevada National Guard, that who go out there and make it happen each and every day, who live by the core values, have a foundation of readiness, care for family members and their employers, community, force development, and diversity, equity, inclusion. They do it because they love this nation. They do it because they love love our community, and they do it because they love the people that they represent. So when I get a chance to talk about this great organization and all that they represent and how they stand up each and every day and make it happen. And when I heard Where's He At, who sung the national anthem, if that didn't get you excited, if that didn't get goosebumps on your neck, you need to sing more often, by the way.
Oh, sir.
But that's what we're all about. And when I say that you get a chance to be a part of this organization, I cannot thank you enough for all that you bring, for your long history of service, for your long history of giving back, for your long history of caring. So welcome to one of the greatest organizations in the entire world. And you are now a part of our chapter in terms of how we will go forth. And I just salute each and every one of you who come out here today to be a part of this. And I thank most of all those who wear this uniform and for all that you do and your families for making us a great organization. Thank you. God born, God tested, God ready.
Thank you, Major General Berry. Now, to formally induct Mr. Foley into this position, I would like to invite Mr. Foley and Brigadier General Troy Armstrong to join us on stage for the reading of the proclamation by the Governor of the State of Nevada and Commander-in-Chief of the Nevada National Guard, Joe Lombardo, followed by issuing the honorary commander oath. The proclamation reads as follows. Whereas Bill Foley, esteemed owner of the Vegas Golden Knights, has demonstrated unwavering support and dedication to veterans and military members throughout his career. And whereas his commitment to honoring and assisting those who have served in the armed forces has positively impacted countless lives, fostering a sense of gratitude and appreciation within the community. And whereas Bill Foley's notable contributions to veterans and military members extend beyond philanthropy, as he consistently seeks opportunities to uplift and empower those who have sacrificed for our nation's freedom. And whereas it is with great pride and admiration that we recognize Bill Foley on the occasion of his selection and acceptance to serve as the honorary commander of the Nevada Army National Guard, an esteemed position that further exemplifies his commitment to our military community. And whereas this appointment serves as a testament to Bill Foley's exemplary leadership, vision, and dedication to fostering meaningful connections between the Vegas Golden Knights, the Nevada National Guard, and the wider military community. And whereas it is also important to note that Bill Foley himself served his nation with distinction as an officer in the United States Air Force, achieving the rank of captain, and is a proud graduate of the United States Military Academy at West Point. And whereas his military background has undoubtedly shaped his deep understanding of the sacrifices made by our service members, and his own experiences have further fueled his commitment to supporting veterans and military families. And whereas we commend Bill Foley for his tireless efforts in establishing programs and initiatives that provide vital assistance, support, and recognition to veterans, active duty personnel, and their families, ensuring that their sacrifices are never forgotten. Now, therefore, I, Joe Lombardo, Governor of the State of Nevada, do hereby proclaim November 3rd, 2023, as a day in honor of Bill Foley, in witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand and caused the great seal of the State of Nevada to be affixed at the state capitol in Carson City, signed, Joe Lombardo, Governor.
I know it just pained the governor not to be here to give this to you himself. So we're going to go ahead and set this off right now, and we're going to do one other thing. Okay.
Brigadier General Armstrong will now issue the oath to Mr. Foley.
He's having flashbacks right now. I state your name.
I, William P. Foley II,
will support the men and women of the Nevada National Guard,
will support the men and women of the Nevada National Guard,
and actually in your case continue, and the citizens of Nevada.
and the citizens of Nevada.
I will serve as a good ambassador
I will serve as a good ambassador
for the Nevada National Guard and my community.
for the Nevada National Guard and my community.
I will partner with my unit commander
I will partner with my unit commander
to create an everlasting alliance
to create an everlasting alliance
that will be beneficial to my organization,
that will be beneficial to my organization,
Nevada communities,
Nevada communities,
and the National Guard.
and the National Guard.
I take this commitment freely as honorary commander.
I take this commitment freely as honorary commander.
I will support the Nevada Army National Guard
I will support the Army National Guard
to the best of my abilities
to the best of my abilities
for the duration of my tenure,
for the duration of my tenure,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Here's what I didn't tell them. This is a lifetime appointment.
Ladies and gentlemen, the newest honorary commander of the Nevada Army National Guard, Mr. Bill Foley. We would now like to present Mr. Foley with an award for his service to our nation, state, and community.
Okay, and this one says, it's hereby, the Nevada Army National Guard Honorary Commander, Mr. William Bill P. Foley II is hereby inducted as Honorary Commander of the Nevada Army National Guard on this 3rd day of November 2023 as Honorary Commander. Mr. Foley affirms all cherished responsibilities and privileges for the pursuit of exemplifying leadership and esteemed service to our nation, state, and community. And that is battle born, battle tested, battle ready, a picture of our unit, and the land component commander's coin, sir.
Wow, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Foley and Brigadier General Armstrong. Mr. Bill Foley, Honorary Commander, Nevada Army National Guard, we now welcome you to make your initial comments to the men and women of the Nevada National Guard.
Thank you, General Berry. Thank you, General Armstrong. It's an honor to be here. You know, I feel back at home, being here with all of you. This is a fantastic experience, a humbling experience. But being an Army guy and also being an Air Force guy, I know I'm at home with all of you. This is fantastic.